Hey there, imagine this. Two Ferrari drivers, both incredibly talented, going head-to-head not against other teams, but against each other. That's exactly what unfolded at the Las Vegas Grand Prix, and trust me, it wasn't pretty. Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz didn't just ignore team orders, they turned the race into a battlefield of egos, and the fallout was nothing short of dramatic. This isn't the first time Ferrari has faced internal chaos, and with a title drought since 2007, you'd think they have learned by now. But here's the kicker, this isn't just about a single race. It's about a team struggling to find unity, drivers airing their frustrations over the radio, and strategies that seem more self-destructive than competitive. Leclerc, usually the calm and composed face of Ferrari, let his emotions fly, delivering one of the most intense radio messages we've heard all season. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think this tension is inevitable in a top team, or is it a sign that Ferrari needs serious restructuring? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Better yet, take a second to subscribe to Fast News F1 and hit the notification bell. We're on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers, and your support makes all the difference. Stay with me, because coming up next, we're diving into the exact moment everything unraveled on track. Ready? Let's go! Let's break down what happened on that unforgettable Sunday in Las Vegas. Ferrari's race strategy was already shaky, but it completely fell apart when Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz clashed, both on and off the track. The first major incident, Leclerc burning his tires early on, desperately trying to overtake rivals. This aggressive start cost him positions and left him vulnerable. Ferrari's strategy didn't help either. They kept Leclerc out too long before his second pit stop, trying to create an advantage, but instead, they gave Carlos Sainz the upper hand. Then came the real drama as Leclerc exited the pit lane. The team instructed Sainz not to attack, but guess what? Sainz ignored the call and overtook Leclerc almost immediately, leaving him fuming on the radio. Imagine being told to calm down by your engineer while your teammate blatantly disregards team orders. It's no wonder Leclerc snapped. His fiery response, "From now on, I'll only look out for myself." Strong words, right? This moment wasn't just about the heat of the race. It was about months, maybe years of pent-up frustration boiling over. Now it's your turn. Who do you think was more at fault here? Was Sainz wrong for ignoring orders, or is Ferrari's poor strategy to blame? Let me know in the comments. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to Fast News F1 and ring the bell for more breakdowns like this. In the next chapter, we'll explore how Leclerc and Sainz handled the aftermath and why their responses couldn't be more different. Don't go anywhere. After the race, the fallout was as intense as the on-track drama. Charles Leclerc didn't hold back, voicing his frustration publicly. He admitted he was unhappy with Carlos Sainz and made it clear that he feels like the one who always respects team agreements, something he implied Sainz didn't do. For Leclerc, this race seemed to mark a turning point. From now on, it's just me, he said. Meanwhile, Carlos Sainz took a different approach, refusing to discuss the incident with the media. He explained that such matters should be resolved behind closed doors, but his silence only fueled speculation. Fans and experts alike questioned his motives and whether he felt justified in ignoring team orders. And what about Ferrari? Their response was as muddled as their strategy. The team has yet to address why their pit stop calls were so disorganized or why they failed to enforce their own orders. This isn't the first time Ferrari's leadership has come under fire, and with moments like this, it's clear why critics argue the team lacks direction. So, what do you think? Should drivers like Leclerc and Sainz handle their issues privately, or is it better to air grievances publicly to force change? Let me know your thoughts below. Also, if you're enjoying this deep dive into Ferrari's internal struggles, subscribe to Fast News F1. Your subscription is key to helping us reach our goal of 1,000 fans. Stick around because in the next chapter, we'll look at how this tension could shape Ferrari's future and whether either driver might decide to leave the team. With all this drama unfolding, it's impossible not to wonder, what's next for Ferrari? The relationship between Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz seems more fractured than ever, and it raises a critical question: can they coexist in the same team, or is a split inevitable? Leclerc's contract runs through 2024, and he's made it clear he wants to fight for championships. But how can he do that in a team where trust is broken? The Las Vegas GP wasn't just another race, it was a glaring example of why Ferrari hasn't been able to deliver a title since 2007: mismanagement, poor strategy, and now a toxic team dynamic. If Leclerc doesn't feel supported, could he look elsewhere? As for Sainz, his future with Ferrari already seems uncertain. Rumors suggest he might leave the team at the end of this season, especially if Ferrari sees his actions as insubordination. But where would he go? And would another top team even take a chance on him given his history of ignoring team orders? Ferrari's leadership faces a tough decision. Do they back Leclerc as their long-term star, or do they risk losing him by keeping the current lineup intact? The team needs more than just fast cars, they need harmony, and right now, that seems out of reach. Here's a question for you: if one driver had to leave Ferrari, who should it be, Leclerc or Sainz? Vote in the comments and tell us why, and don't forget to subscribe to Fast News F1. We're counting on your support to reach 1,000 subscribers and bring you more in-depth content like this. In the final chapter, we'll look at what this rivalry means for the rest of the season and how it could affect Ferrari's legacy in F1. Stay tuned. The tension between Leclerc and Sainz isn't just a Ferrari problem, it's shaping the story of the entire 2020 for Formula One season. With only a handful of races left, the team's internal conflict could make or break their fight for crucial points in the Constructors' Championship for Leclerc. Every race now seems like a statement. He's determined to prove he's Ferrari's best shot at a title, but can he do that while battling his own teammate? On the other hand, Sainz might view these final races as his last opportunity to secure his spot or audition for another team. Either way, their rivalry could overshadow Ferrari's goals as a team. But the impact doesn't stop at this season. Ferrari has one of the richest legacies in F1, yet moments like this threaten to tarnish it. Fans expect more from a team with such history, and watching them implode race after race is frustrating. The question isn't just whether they can fix the Leclerc-Sainz relationship. It's whether they can rebuild the trust and leadership needed to compete at the highest level. So, what's your take? Is this just a bump in the road, or is Ferrari's legacy at risk of being overshadowed by constant turmoil? Share your thoughts in the comments. And hey, if you haven't already, subscribe to Fast News F1. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers so we can continue bringing you the latest in F1 drama and analysis. Thanks for sticking with me through this breakdown. If you're as passionate about F1 as I am, there's plenty more to come, so stay tuned.